Hey everybody, welcome to part 12 of the Hyrule Warriors playthrough. My name is Chris.
My name is Trey.
We're the console freaks. And in the last part, we got the Master Sword, and we killed Wizro because, yeah, he needed to go.
We got rid of the portal too, didn't we? One
Yeah,
of the portals
well,
that Sia had put up there, placed.
Well,
some
we had
places.
already finished getting rid of all of the gates where the darkness was seeping out through. When in the past few episodes, going through the different time-traveling gimmicks. But now we're on our way to fight Sia, because she's waiting for us to overextend ourselves.
Okay, now I'm starting to slowly see Lana and Sia's face.
Yeah, well, before, all you saw of Sia's face was the mask.
That's true, yeah. Like, even whenever I saw Sia the first time, I was like, she looks nothing like her. But now she's starting to slowly look like her. Look at that water.
Really like this stage, the Temple of Souls. It's got a lot of homages to Link as the hero of time. You know, you've got statues of the Twilight Wolf version. You've got statues of young Link from Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask. Either way. And it really gives a setting rather than just kind of being generic.
Yeah.
And this is one of the few maps that actually does that. Like a lot of the maps are just generic locales based off of, like, you know, Death Mountain or whatever. But it's kind of nice, the attention to detail on that. I was actually doing some research on this earlier because the other day I lost sleep over it. I was wondering if, first of all, if Miyamoto actually had any hand in developing this game. And it turns out he basically just gave the assets gave the rights to Team Ninja for the game, and basically said, you take your own team and just go for it.
Really?
Do what you will, as long as it stays within the boundaries of what we've already created.
Yeah.
But the other thing that I was interested in is the music, where, like, a lot of these are remixes of older songs from other games.
Yeah.
I was interested to see if Koji Kondo, who did a lot of the original soundtracks, had a hand in this. The answer is no. Like, Team Ninja brought in all of them people.
So they basically just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew what you were saying.
Yeah.
That's why I can say yeah.
So they just redid the whole game on their own.
Well, it wasn't
Well,
redid.
not-
They just took what was already there and made it their own.
Yeah.
Which I am grateful for, because, you know, with this game there was a lot of ways that they could have done things wrong. Like, there was a lot of little nuancey things that if they were trying to go full fan service, that they could have ended up basically screwing all of the work that Nintendo and Miyamoto have been putting into, like, actually developing the whole history of the game.
Now, as somebody who's played several games of this series, how do you think that they did?
As far as, like, incorporating all things from other series or other games?
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing I can really complain about. And I know that's kind of the most bland way of saying it, but, like, anything that they implemented, they did well.
Yep.
You know, they stuck to the oh so pretentious timeline, as I've said before. You know, which could have been really bad. They gave the characters actually a lot more. They gave the characters more depth than usual, because where Zelda's usually a more regal figure.
Yep.
She's usually very princess-like.
Yeah.
and she does on occasion, try to help. But she, in the games that it actually gives her characteristics, it's very formal. But it kind of depicts her a little bit more informally in this game. A little bit more excited, a little bit more, it gives her a little bit more personality. Same with Impa, who, truth be told, doesn't really get a lot of attention. But she's given a lot more character. And then even Link, like this, I guess this is best time as any to discuss what's actually going on.
Yeah.
In this chapter, it describes Link as kind of getting arrogant about himself. Because
like,
now he's got the
hero.
Master Sword and he's invincible, essentially. And that's an interesting character development that, it makes sense because, here you are, you have the Blade of Evil's Bane. That's kind of badass.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. It's something that, I would be excited to have. I'd be proud of. But here he is. He could have been some Joe Schmo. And that's what he came out of. He was just some person. He had no aspirations to be the hero of time. And he was just taken from his training ground and given the most powerful weapons and all of the, all of the admiration of the beautiful women in all of the land. And
now he has statues,
of course,
pictures, and everything.
Statues. I mean, of course, he's going to get a little big-headed. That's a nice attention to detail that they had in this game that I appreciate. And of course, keeping everything consistent is always a plus. Now, I forgot what I was going to say.
Kind of take advantage
as
of
for
their
what's
weakness
going
there
on
and
here,
just swoop right in.
I should explain what we just did. There were 6 keeps that were that had a magical flow that we had to capture in order to break the flow.
Yeah.
And we did that. But however, you only really have to capture 4 keeps because you just have to break the chain.
Okay, yeah.
And that's all you really need. And
Yeah,
see,
I
this
like
is
how
where
it-
you
how it
see
shows-
Link getting like really super arrogant. Because he's like, "Ah, yes, I am awesome, aren't I?"
Yeah, I like how it you're playing as Impa, but it shows his cutscenes.
I also like how his cape his scarf is clipping through his shield.
Yeah. Look at this. He's fighting inside of a building with his pictures on the wall. Of
What?
course, he's gonna get hey.
Yeah, I would get pretty big headed too.
Look at that face.
And now, Dark Link.
It's
This is
just- oh god.
even he's like, oh. And it's explained that the reason why Sia was able to summon Dark Link is because of Link's
big-headedness.
his impure heart
Yeah. Okay.
that symbolized the impurities. It's kind of like Sora with Dark Side Heartless.
Yeah.
It's like, this is you. Really. No, seriously. This is you. This giant tentacle monster thing is you. But that's like the way it's always been. It's like, can you, ever since Dark Link was introduced, it's like, okay, but can you fight the darkness in yourself to be pure hero, paragon, dude, meister thing?
Did you lose your way?
Yes.
He's like,
That's the whole goal. We can't lose our way.
yeah.
But since we're playing as Impa, that's, kind of side
It's
track.
fine. Yeah. Dark
Man,
Link,
it
look at
takes
you.
forever to kill Dark Link, though, because he blocks, and sadly, that's part of the reason why this episode takes so long, is because the Dark Links that you have to fight, and you do have to fight more than one of them, they just take forever to kill. And you have to kill so many of them. I think this is the first mission I failed when I was first playing through this, because I wasn't prepared for how long it was going to take.
Yeah.
But of course, now it's a little bit. I know a little bit more what to expect,
Then you're
little bit
higher
easier.
level, so you can.
Yeah, and I'm
sort of
higher level, so I can
take care
do
of it.
slightly more damage. This is have I used the Naginata yet in this playthrough so far?
No, you've only used the
giant sword.
giant sword, yeah.
This is the Naginata. This is one of my favorite weapons to use in the game. Use Impa with this particular weapon because it does so much damage and has so much area to its attacks.
Like I was noticing that earlier, how much ground you cover whenever you're just doing one combo. Like you're in one spot, then she'll throw it forward and just zoom up there.
Yeah,
it's crazy how much you can do.
One of the problems that I have with the gameplay of this, and it's something I haven't mentioned yet, thank God. But it was something that you just saw a few seconds ago. When you do certain attacks and you have a lot of objects around you, be it small enemies, or if you have one giant enemy, and sometimes your attacks will get pushed aside.
Yeah.
And it's most noticeable with like large area attacks. The hitbox feels solid, so it'll push you outside of the enemy's hitbox, and your attack will completely miss. Young Link has that problem really bad with with one of his combo attacks. I just did 60 KOs there.
Yeah, I was noticing her special thing. It gets a lot of people also.
It's one of it's kind of like Sheik's, where it actually draws in enemies.
Yeah.
And which is always good. Hello.
Hi there.
Hi, you. Actually, just recently there was the last DLC pack, the last announced DLC pack came out, and there's a mode that you get to play as.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I yawned.
Oh, look, another dark
I always yawn. Yeah, all those like green dots on the map, the flashing
it's one of those
waypoints. Those are all dark links. We're supposed to kill them, and it's annoying. But you get to actually do missions as Ganon, and I haven't gotten the chance to try it out yet, but I'm anxious to.
I'm really curious how that's going to work out.
I'll probably try it at the end of our recording session today.
Are you going to show any gameplay of it?
No, I've already finished all my recording for this game. I'm not.
No more.
It was a fun game to record, and definitely one of the least stressful games to record.
Yeah.
Thank God. But it's done. It's over with. Let it rest. Let's. We're doing commentary now, so let's just focus on the commentary.
Actually, this Dark Link here is going a lot quicker than what you did the last one.
It's still taking longer than 98% of other bosses.
That's true.
It's just because, like, the only reason that this one's going faster is that, if you've noticed, I've done a lot more with with hitting him while he's weak.
Yep.
Whereas the last one didn't really give me much of a chance to do that. So.
Yeah, because whenever you're not hitting him when he's weak, his health goes down really, really slow.
Really slow.
Yeah. Now, if you was doing this as Link, how do you think it would work? Like, well, not work. How do you think you would do? Since
like Link at the level that I was at when I was recording?
Yeah.
I'd probably be done. I'd probably be done this part of the mission because, first of all, Link has a little bit more one-on-one combat attacks, which are really helpful when fighting these Dark Links.
There are two Dark Links there?
Yep.
Huh, that's nice. But yep.
where Impa's attacks are a lot more about area effect, which means that they're good at taking out small enemies because small enemies don't take much to kill. Bad at taking out like enemies that you have to fight one-on-one because they just don't do as much damage. individually. But Link, he does a crap load of damage to the individual, and he's got some pretty good area attacks, which actually a couple of his attacks are a little bit of both. Do good range or do good area damage, as well as decent single opponent damage.
Yeah.
The whole spinning jump thing that I usually do, that's one of his best attacks to use, in my opinion, of course.
Yeah, I do like how your allies actually somewhat help you. Because whenever you got to those 2 Dark Links, their health was already like half.
They're certainly capable. They don't seem like it when you're around, but they're certainly capable. But now we have to deal with. You see, this is one of the parts where you've got three different teams on the map. Because you've got the red forces, which are Sia's forces, and that they're trying to kill you. And then you've got the blue forces.
You can do it. You can do it.
I'm going to try this again. Red forces equal Sia. Blue forces equal you. And then the yellow, in this case, is Ganondorf, who just popped in, say howdy. I think he's trying to kill us, but maybe not.
There's a party going on here. Might as well join in and try to kill everyone.
Now, Fi needs assistance.
Yeah.
Really, in situations where your allies need help, it's always best to wait until it says that they're in danger, because then you can basically heal them to full health. I don't understand why you can't do that with keeps, because with keeps you lose them actually pretty fast when it comes to raid captains and everything. And there's really no way for example, say you completely wiped out everything that's in your allied keep. Or your allied base, but it only has a sliver of health left. There's no way to regain that, to my knowledge at least. And so it could take one little guy come in, and he'll just capture your keep. Which really, really is embarrassing. And annoying, too, especially when a long campaign has grinded to a halt.
Why is it like that, though? Where is just nothing you can do?
I don't know, honestly. I would assume that it's because they don't want to make it too easy.
That's true.
But it still seems like kind of a dick move. See, that entire focus spirit amounted to that much damage. Not even a third of his health.
Link, this is you. Help, do something. He's standing there oh, my picture.
Yes.
My picture.
Oh, it's so beautiful in HD.
Yeah.
I am pretty.
Pretty man.
I'm a very pretty man. But, now we're stuck in here with Dark Link, and we have to kill him.
Just every
single time. That's pretty much this whole mission is just Dark Link.
Yep.
And Sia and Ganondorf and
more Dark Link.
More Dark Link.
That's pretty much it.
Moblins and everything else, really. It's just a little bit of everything. You get a little taste of all the things. Luckily, though, you don't have... Really, at this point, you don't really have much to worry about outside.
Yep.
Because, you don't have any super big bosses, that are trying to invade or anything. You got nothing.
Don't have
super
3 manhandlers trying to get you for no reason.
Oh, don't get me started.
Now, what are the difficulties for this? Whenever you first start the game, what different difficulties are there? Or is
normal?
Just normal?
That's pretty much when you first start the game. I don't think you have access to different difficulties.
Okay.
I don't think.
Yeah, because I was.
But I know that there's 4 different difficulties. There's normal, easy, hard, and heroic, or something like that.
Because I was wondering
Lana, really,
We're-
you could have just like come in and help. You know,
I know, right?
you could have done that at any time, but instead, poop shoot. You too, huh?
So now you guys want to
Hey,
be of assistance.
hey, Impa. You can't just change your weapon in the middle of a fight, please. I don't care if it is a pre-rendered cutscene.
Same thing with Lana. Jeez, they just don't know how to stick with what they got.
Yeah. In any case, this is where Link learns to fight for his friends. He
Yes,
took a
sword.
page from Ike's book.
Skyward Sword.
Yep. He
Put
held
your
his sword
skyward.
skyward.
Dark Links have vanished. So has the regular Link. But it's fine.
So is the regular Link. He just he has left us.
He just realized how pretty he was. He just wanted
He's
to take
gone
all
to
of them
join
with him.
Captain Falcon.
He's like, you all might be evil, but you sure are pretty. Come with me.
Was that talking to his dark counterparts, or was that talking to Sia?
It was talking to his dark counterparts.
I had to ask because it would work with both. You know?
that would. And Emperor's just like, am I not
I
pretty
unlocked
enough
a
to
skill.
come with
That's
you?
because certain weapons, have skills to unlock, and you have to kill a certain amount of enemies. And I just achieved that KO count. So
Ooh.
good for me. I think.
Sure, let's go with that. But what I was talking about earlier about the difficulties, the reason I brought that up was because whenever I was looking at you fighting the Dark Link, it just the amount of time it takes for him to go from exposing his one weakness one time and another was really not that long. Like, I would think that he would do that once and then try to attack you relentlessly instead of just swinging once or twice, standing still for no reason.
It's
And then do it
really
again.
RNG.
Yeah.
Like sometimes, and you'll notice this a lot particularly with the large bosses, where you have to have them expose their weakness to do any damage at all. Basically, with large bosses, it can sometimes be a 10-second fight, even if you don't really do a whole lot of damage to them when you do, hit their weakness. Or it could be, something that takes only a couple minutes because...
Yeah.
Or it could be some... sorry, I got myself twisted around. Or it could be something that takes, 10 minutes because they never do the attack that exposes their weakness.
Yeah.
It's a little bit better with, I think, Argarok and the Imprisoned. Because if I remember correctly, Argarok only has one attack that doesn't expose his weakness. And the Imprisoned, you expose his weakness. As long as you crush his toes, his weakness will be exposed.
Yeah.
Like, there's no time where you won't have control over that, except when he's on his stomach. So, and it also helps that when you use your focus spirit, that will excuse me. Man, I'm just not with it today.
Oh, hey there.
Yes, Ganondorf felt like he wanted to get his hands dirty. Anyways, it also helps that your focus spirit automatically exposes the enemy's weakness if you hit them with the special move that's in it. So, there's always... If you know how to abuse the mechanics, it's not really... it's not really much of a hindrance.
I like how you're doing pretty much no damage to Ganondorf whatsoever.
Pretty much. Now I'll do a little bit of damage with my flaming dragon of doom.
Get him, Fire Serpent.
Have you ever seen The American Dragon, Jake Long?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I used
It's
to watch
been
that
a
all
long
the
time though, but yeah.
It's been a long time. That show and Shaolin Showdown. I used to watch Shaolin Showdown all the time. Loved that. Let me stop it. But sorry, the giant flaming Chinese dragon that came out and raped everybody, or nobody actually, because it didn't even stun Ganondorf.
Yeah,
He
that's
took
what,
it
I
like
was,
a
that's
champion.
what I was about to say earlier.
Like
it
that's
didn't even
the
affect him.
move I was talking about. That's supposed to stun everybody,
Yeah.
but nope. Ganondorf's just like, nah. Gonna have to try better than that. That's what I was
think this
talking about,
can
where the
affect
hitbox
me?
just moves.
Yeah. I mean, it, like, did it not hit him at all, or did it just not stun him?
It just didn't stun him. I think it was because he wasn't on the ground.
He tried to run away for a second.
I think it's because I air comboed him.
He's like, I can't take this.
That
I'm not good at air fighting.
That weakness gauge didn't show up for very long.
Yeah.
He popped up, said howdy, and went left. It's like
Oh,
that
yeah,
one
I'm supposed to
person-
be helping him fight, not showing his weakness.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ganondorf, like, compared to the others, how would you, like, rank him power-wise,
Playing against him, playing as him.
playing as him?
Terrible.
Terrible? Like,
And I
would-
think it's partially because I only have his first, his level 1 weapons, like his first set of weapons.
okay.
But his attacks don't do nearly as much damage, and he's one of my higher leveled characters. The reason he's one of my I can't words today. I'm not Englishing very good. But the reason he's one of my higher level characters is because he just does so little damage at lower
Like, I would
levels.
assume that he would do a lot of damage because
Yeah.
of how big he is and how strong he's supposed to be.
He's the freaking Demon King.
Yeah.
But no, like I'm going through the adventure maps right now. And I'm doing the standard adventure map at the moment. There's several missions that, require you to play as Ganondorf.
Yeah.
And he's just not strong enough at lower levels to deal with it. So I've had to level him up. I think he's like level 48 now.
Yeah.
He's pretty high up there, and even still he struggles to deal with basic stuff. My weapons, I choose my weapons very carefully with what I want to use to fight certain enemies.
Yeah.
I choose to use experience pluses and have certain skills equipped. He still struggles.
Poor Ganondorf and his weakness.
But anyways, that's the end of this part. So we'll see you guys next time.
Goodbye.